Hey child, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Andree. Hi, welcome. My video today is going to be fall trends, autumn trends going on to 2024, 2025. So I did one earlier this year about the trends and the spring trends, hair trends, and now I'm back. I'm back to give you some more about what is going to be popping this season. So this time I'm going to start off with colours. One of the colours that's going to be on trend is ruby wine. It's a very specific sort of colour, and it's one that you probably have seen on Afro hair. It was so popular, like burgundy. Burgundy is a very, very popular colour when you are my skin tone and above. Like dark skin girls, stand up, we've all done burgundy in the past. It's a colour that I actually run away from now because I'm like, I don't want to see no more burgundy. But burgundy is back in. So if you are trying to find something that's vibrant, something that's cute during this season, burgundy ruby wine is going to be the colour that you should go for. I want to also piggyback off of that, and if you are a person that's trying to do something much more subtle, a chocolate red is also in. This is also transcending from last season, and it's not really gone away because a lot of my clients are requesting it. I have similar color to it. Mine is more of a dark copper, but you can have something that's brown with a hint of red in it, something that's brown with a hint of ginger in it, but more towards the chocolate red. They're really still in. A lot of clients are still getting them in, and as you can see, it's not something that's going to leave. Number 2 is my favorite. You guys know it's my favorite because I have been talking about what I call my express highlights. You guys see me do these videos. I'm going to implement some videos in this video where I talk about doing express highlights on my client all the time, like all the time. It is that beachy brunette. The beachy brunette is just a chef's kiss. It works for every single season. It's always on trend. All you have to do is kind of go with either sort of a highlighted look or go for more of a streaky look where it looks more balayage blended with a little bit of highlights in there. It is fabulous. I'm telling you, I love it so much, and I do it on a lot of my clients. We do half head highlights, quarter highlights, and sometimes full head highlights. I don't really think it will ever go out of fashion. You can brighten it up, you can darken it down, you can grow it out, and it always looks good. And I call it a low maintenance style because it's not something that takes you way out into the dry zone, but it is something that keeps you just looking sweet enough, and it gives you that je ne sais quoi, that lift that you need. And it's one of the reasons why I dyed my hair. Jet black hair is amazing, but when you just have a hint of color, it just completely changes your look. Now, next up is honey gold. Serena Williams has owned this look for a really, really long time, and what would I be if I didn't include Serena Williams here? She is the poster child for this color, and it is currently in. So for those people that want to be brighter, I think it looks really nice. It's not too bright. The roots is just enough. There's enough low lights in there to balance out her skin tone as well. I just think it works really, really well. This is a color that you will have to upkeep because it's pretty much all over. But if you're not the kind of person that wants this big sort of blondie look, and you're not wearing a wig, or you want to do it on your real hair, whether it's curly, whether it's straight, I will try to implement this color on the side as well. You would love to do it on curls. It will look absolutely beautiful on curls. Again, it could be a full color, which is where you then add some highlights to it, or you could go for more of a balayage feel but of this tone. So you could go in different ways. You could apply this trend in different ways to your hair, or if you are already blonde and you want to have a hint of this color, that could be done as well. So if you're a beachy brunette and you want to just add a little razzle dazzle to your look, then this is also something that you can do. For the Power Rangers of this world, the girls that are bold, that can walk the streets with beautiful colors that people like me just cannot do, bold neon colors are in. And I'm talking oranges, bright pinks, bright coppers. If you are about it, peach, then get it done because it looks absolutely immaculate. If you are that girl, and again, you don't have to dye your whole head, you don't have to do pieces. You can add pieces of hair into your hair to go into with this trend. And if your hair is healthy enough, you can just do a little peekaboo where it's sort of hidden underneath a certain part of your hair, so that when you leave the office, when you tuck your hair behind your ear, you can see it. But it just depends on what kind of lifestyle you lead. Again, this section is really for the brights, the people who are about that life. And I'm not one of those people, but I do have clients like it. So neon colors are definitely in. Voluminous hair is back. Volume, dynasty, belle of the ball. Yeah, you heard correctly. Belle of the ball.
You're the belle of the ball.
When I see people with big hair, that's the name I give them. Roller sets are in, honey. If you never stopped, well, you're out on time. If you did stop, you can come back. If you don't know what the heck I'm talking about and you are not a millennial like myself, baby girl, step into the room. So if you want to wrap your hair and have a little twirl at the front, go ahead, sister, you're going to look fabulous. If you want to have a little bouffant with a little bit of, go ahead, sister, you're going to look fabulous. If you want to wear it sleek but slightly voluminous, you're going to look fabulous. So, you know, now is the time to shine. And again, this is not something that you have to necessarily give into, and it works with every style. It works with long hair, it works with bobs, it just works so well. And I just didn't think I would see the day when roller sets will be back in town, because it is something that has dramatically decreased since I have become a hairdresser. I started over 14 years ago, and let me tell you, in the Beningin, it was I had about 4 clients per day that would do a roller set. Nowadays, I have roller sets in the salon and maybe 1 person per month, if that. And when I say 1 person per month, it's the same person. We just don't do roller sets, and this might just be because of the kind of salon I run, and maybe somewhere else like people are doing roller sets all the time, but it's not something that I see. So it's going to be really interesting to have roller sets come back in, and me having to roll the hair, brush it out, wrap it, and have women walk out the salon with that sort of look. But best believe I'm going to straighten your hair after, because you are going to have a sleek roller set look. It's going to be big, but it's going to be beautiful. So let me know how you get on with this trend, because again, it's definitely something that I think Adele owns. I think Adele owns this look. I think it's definitely, when I think of this, when I think of the belle of the ball and I think of this look, Adele is right front and center with this look. But I have attached some pictures of beautiful styles that have volume that you can implement to your style. And if you are someone that is very much into heatless curls and you like to have a fluffy curl, I have a lot of friends who have that. One of my best friends has beautiful hair, and when we silk press it, her preferred way is to wear a bendy roller and have it just big and voluminous. And I think that look is so sexy. It looks like you just made no effort. I don't tend to love the stiff dynasty sort of look unless we're talking like 60s trend, but I love an effortless voluminous hair. Next up is fringe. So for those of you that love a fringe, we have 2 sort of fringes that are in at the moment. We have the super short mid crop baby fringe, and we have the, if you had a shaggy fringe where you sort of had it going across your eyes, a fringe that suits your face, whatever that may be, is in at the moment. Fringes are back, nice and choppy. I love a fringe when it's just like grazing over your, like just in this part of your eyelid and goes around your face. Next up, we have the shag. So everyone knows the shag is the sort of, you know, sort of feathery sideburns, lots of hair at the back, not quite a mullet, a little bit more even than a mullet, but something very, very pretty, very, very subtle, but you know, quite edgy. Edgy is back. Edgy hair is definitely back. Very much a lot of texture in it. I don't know if I'm going to see a lot of this look running through with my ladies, but it's worth mentioning because again, someone might want it. I have done a few in my time, but it's definitely something that if your hair is relaxed or natural, you really have to decide, is this the way I'm going to wear my hair? Because a lot of these styles are great if your hair is already straight or it's sort of curly or it's set in a certain way. But when you have kinky curly hair and you have curls that spring back into themselves, I had a lady recently that wanted to have a shag, and when I explained to her, because she wears her hair curly, I said, if we cut your hair in this style, you are going to have a really short afro, long sideburns that are kind of shrunken, and then this long tail at the back. Immediately she was like, reduce it, let's go for something else. So it really is about understanding how your hair can be interpreted in that style. So my favorite subjects in the whole world, pixies. Of course, pixies are in, but more of the grown out pixies. So if you're not like me and you've had a pixie and you've had enough, but you want to have a more grown out pixie, I think those are super cute. I think they can be turned into that sort of Korean boy look, but they are very flexible. They're sort of grown out. You can tie them up in a ponytail if you really need to. You don't have to do too much to it. It just works really, really well. They just work really, really well. And I just think that if pixie cut is not for you, or you find that having a pixie cut like mine is way too much maintenance, that sort of a pixie cut is perfect, because it's kind of it's an in-between stage, but it's an in-between stage that is sexy. And what would a trend be without a version of a bob? And this time we have two. We have the sleek bob, which is in super short, super cropped chin length. I always think like here is a good, it's like a good length, like grazing your chin or just above. Just above is more high fashion. Grazing your chin is something that is a lot more wearable. Like you can style it a lot more. You can, once you style it up curly, for example, I think they're calling it the Nara bob. If you are anything and you've been on Instagram, you will see that the Nara bob is very popular. A lot of people have been asking me to do that. So she's probably become a trend because everyone's looking for that hair that you can wear both curly and straight. And her bob is roughly around the chin, and once curly, it's about ear length. Last but not least is the long bob. Long bob is in at the moment, and if you are again a person that had a bob 6 months ago and you're growing it out, I have been cutting a lot of mid-length bob, and I think they are super, what's the word I'm going to use? Sexy. That's right.
Yeah, get into it.
I want my women to feel amazing. So yes, having a bob that length is amazing, but you can always razzle dazzle it up. You can have some of the colors that I mentioned, i.e. the sexy chocolate.
Call me dark chocolates.
Or the chocolate red. You can go burgundy. You can go ruby white. It just, the list is endless. You don't have to, when it comes to trends, you don't have to do everything all at the same time. You could just add a gloss to your color if you've already got the color, but you're kind of growing it out. You're not trying to do it again. Just because the trend is in doesn't mean you have to succumb to it. You can do other things. That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, like I say in every video, please remember that these videos are to help you know what's trending, but you do not have to give in to any of these trends. You can literally have a bob that's been growing out since, I don't know, spring, and it falls into one of these trends. So many of my clients, I've already been doing so many of these trends on my clients already, and most people don't know that they're already trendy. So you're probably trendy and you don't even know. And when you see this video, you'll be like, aha, look at me.
I'm better.
I'm already ahead of the trend. And that's what I want for you guys. You don't have to succumb to it, but this is just a little reminder, and if you're a little bit stuck for styles, this should give you some insight to what's in and what's coming up in autumn 2024/winter 2025. Thanks for watching as always. Okay, bye.